Last time on The Great Ace Attorney 2.
Never intended to kill the man. I just wanted to drive him out of the room, that's all. I couldn't even enter the room, let alone search for the loot. Which is why, on the day Mr. Natsume was acquitted and returned to his room, you once again tried your trick of blowing air into the gas pipe that feeds the stove in his room.
Unbeknownst to you, that action would lead you into a deadly trap.
William Shakespeare.
I'll hide behind my box.
How does it go? To be or not to be? That is the question.
Well, it wasn't quite flamboyant enough, but you've got the right of it, I suppose.
Well, let me tell you, in your case, it's not to be. That is the answer. You deserve to die for what you've done.
And then she pulls out a knife and stabs him. It's like,
Whoa! Mr. Saucy Nutmeg.
It's so sicky, Natsume!
Yes, my lord!
The court declares that you are finally exonerated from all blame in this matter.
Excuse me, Judge. He's just been accused of another murder. I'm afraid we'll need to start all over again.
Bailiff, could you please detain the man?
The darn curse! These evil spirits!
Oh, well done, Mr. Sholmes. How simply marvellous of you.
Well,
All he's done is put his goggles on.
To uncover the secret hiding place in just one day.
well, it's elementary, my dear Susato.
Oh, he said the thing. He said the thing.
Let us look then, if you're ready. Let's examine the late burglar's hall. And then we Cole Phelps it. We pick it up and rotate it in our hand. And it's like,
What is that?
Oh, what is this? It looks serious.
Fancy ruby collar?
And it's got blood on it.
It looks to be like some sort of neckband or collar.
I feel as though I've seen that emblem somewhere before, you know. Where could it have been?
That's enough of that, I think.
Well, that was a funny case, wasn't it? But it's all buttoned up now.
And you look very pleased, Iris.
I am, because I was starting to wonder what I could use as a basis of this month's story in the magazine. But this case will be perfect. It's been so fascinating.
A word, please, Iris.
Yes, what is it, Hurley?
I'm sorry, but you can't write about this case. It's out of the question.
What? Why not? It's a great case.
Grumpy Iris, I like. Then I shall have to insist that you limit yourself to the first of your two titles. The second must never be written. Is that clear?
Oh.
Yes.
Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
I don't need the yeah, but... And before we hop
Get it
on in,
anyway.
I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice. And as usual, we'll just quickly get the shilling out of the way just to kind of, hop along with the algorithm shizzle. If you
The
do
farthing.
If you do...
Farthing.
What? If you do like what we do, then why don't you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell. And if you already have, then hey there. Good to see you again. We hope you enjoy this episode. We're glad that you're with us.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello there. Okay.
The whole of London has been swept up in this great exhibition, hasn't it?
The most advanced science, the most modern technology, the finest works of art and feats of engineering. For the next 6 months, our capital will be showcasing these things, and I probably said that a little bit weird. For the next 6 months, our capital will be showcasing these things, and the world will be watching.
Oh, do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to look down on London from one of those lovely balloons.
Zeppelin, Iris, Zeppelin.
Oh, shut up. Balloon sounds better.
They probably are.
Look down on? Do you mean those things fly?
Yes,
Gun.
of course. I'm going to shoot one out of the sky.
Sorry, it was funny at first because, me and Taylor are on the same wavelength, but I just love the whole, gun. Oh, of course, gun.
Iris, I probably wouldn't wave those things around.
No.
Yes, of
Well, how
course.
else do you think I'm going to get one?
She's gonna do that. It's gonna be like Grand Theft Auto. Now this is an old one where you sort of get in the tank, you point the turret backwards, and then just fire to your heart's content so you can go faster. So instead, you get in the balloon, point your guns at the floor, and start firing away, and up into the sky you go.
Jesus, that's gonna have some long range on a gun.
It's not about the range; it's about the force.
I guess.
Yes, of course. They fly high in the sky and don't even need wings to do it. All you need is hot air, and Herlock has a lot of that. So we'll be fine.
You beat me to it.
But how? How does hot air have anything to do with flying? It makes no sense.
Have you ever noticed,
Now
Rhiannon?
prepare for a science lesson, Runo. I'm going to show you.
Have you ever noticed, Runo, when you pass wind, that the smell goes upwards? or when it's warm, the upstairs of your house is hotter than the downstairs?
I can't understand it at all.
That's true of a lot of new scientific discoveries. Most people can't understand them at first. But in 100 years' time, all those things will be just common knowledge.
I suppose they might be.
Mind you, some of the science being demonstrated seems very questionable. Something went wrong on the open experimentation stage yesterday, apparently. There was a huge explosion. Still, I'd wish I'd seen it, though. I'd love to see how bad some of those scam experiments really are.
Says the innocent 10-year-old girl.
See here. Every page of this paper carries some article or other about the Great Exhibition. But the brighter things shine, the darker the shadows that are cast behind them. Personally, I find myself drawn to the darkness, to the impenetrable. That is my proper atmosphere.
Oh, Hurley's going deep again. He's getting deep.
Oopsie daisy, sorry.
Oh, this just got heavy.
For
There's
just
that
a
word
moment.
again. Heavy.
Shadows cast behind? Is that a metaphorical way of referring to the back page of the paper?
I'm just amused by Sarah. Sarah's dying to continue my joke. Like,
No,
what's
no.
wrong with everything in the future? Is there something?
Is there something wrong with the Earth's gravitational pull?
That's the one. Oh, okay. I actually
I
just,
like Back to the Future, okay? Leave me alone.
no one
Sue
said
me.
no one said there was anything wrong with that. There was no implication that there was a problem. We're presenting the paper to him, I guess.
Mr. Sholmes, about this.
My dear fellow, without wishing to sound rude,
But I'm going to be rude anyway.
I'm currently in the middle of a very important blink. Perhaps some other more convenient time?
Is there a set time for your important blinks, or are they an all-day affair? Just so I know.
Oh, dearie me. He likes to have a lot of
I guess we're going to need to read it.
Oh,
We have to examine.
okay. Okay, done.
Oh.
The Reaper attacked.
All right, but anyway, but more importantly,
Every article on the front page is news about the Great Exhibition. Public experiments to demonstrate brand new scientific ideas, cultural exhibits from around the globe. It's all so positive and hopeful about the coming century. We must all go to see it properly before too long.
so I suppose there's this guy, first test of matter transport. Oh, it was a freaking teleporter, Jesus. 10 pages a penny. So I guess that's it then, yeah? So nothing else to see. Is there anything on his armband, maybe? String? No? I don't know what...
You rotter.
Lost cat. Lost cat.
Aw.
So let's have a look at the cat.
So many glowing reports about the Great Exhibition and everything that's going on there. Other than this rather gloomy-looking one, that is.
Yeah, and I mean, Lost Cat is a very gloomy...
Ruffians aim to intimidate a man of justice, Lord Van Zeiks, and compatriot cornered.
Oh my
Wait, what?
goodness.
What's the matter, Runo?
Oh.
The Reaper attacked. That's Lord Van Zeiks. This must be what Mr. Sholmes was talking about. Does he know any more, I wonder?
Aha, got you.
Okay.
there we
The Weepo attacked.
It says in the paper that paper. It says in the paper that Lord Van Zeiks was attacked. That's terrible.
You
Did
know
they finish the job?
You know the legend of the Reaper of the Bailey, of course, don't you? Only too well, in fact.
Yes. Prosecutor Baruch Van Zeiks. They say that if the Reaper is the prosecutor in a case, there's no salvation for whoever's in the dock. Even if the defendant is found not guilty. Once the Reaper has someone in his sights, one way or another, that person's time left on this earth will be short.
Not my finest killing. Not my finest
It
work.
smells like burnt Irishman.
Oh, dear me. Rare Irish. Well, not, I could say overcooked. Well done, Irish.
Extra crispy.
Extra quick.
Extra crispy.
London's finest rogues always find the ways around the law. They'll stop at nothing to secure an acquittal at trial. Falsifying evidence, paying sham witnesses, threatening jurors, bribing judges. But even such devious tactics as these cannot save them from the hand of the Reaper. As you've experienced yourself, haven't you, Mr. Narrowholder?
Yes, I've seen the Reaper's retribution at work. I
Many
suppose this will be before he knows that it was
This is
Eggert.
Yeah, this is after that. All of this. Now,
Yeah, the
I think,
flashback's over now.
Yeah,
So
so
I think
back to like present
Yeah.
day.
Many of these criminal rogues are reckless and quite unafraid to die. If a leader among their fraternity is seen to have been taken by the Reaper, retaliation like this does occur. Really, the capital has a never-ending supply of such scoundrels.
So, do you mean Lord Van Zeiks has been attacked like this before? This isn't the first time?
He's quite an accomplished combatant, you know. He doesn't like these. He doesn't.
like these.
Shut it.
I prefer to be standing.
He doesn't take these attacks lying down. Although, it seems that his assailants were armed with guns
Oh,
this
shit.
time.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa!
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry, I forgot myself.
Oopsie daisy.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness! Is she all right then? Is Lord Van Zeiks hurt?
My dear fellow, how on earth would I know? It's not like we're best friends or anything.
It's not like I'm
I
married
don't-
to him.
I don't have him on WhatsApp or anything.
WhatsApp.
Well, in the article here, it says, as to what of Lord Van Zeiks and his condition, all will be revealed in tomorrow morning's edition.
Oh my goodness, they do like a good cliffhanger, don't they?
Bit like us,
And
really.
rhyming couplets, apparently.
Ah, I see. Well, we shall have to be patient then.
No! I can't wait until tomorrow.
Why ever not? What's the matter? Are you in love with him or something? Does it really matter?
Do you want to marry him?
Oh, surely you'd want him out of the way. In that case, you shall have to inquire with somebody in the know.
But who?
Well, I mean, I don't like to toot my own horn, or perhaps pluck my own Stradivarius, but I do like to consider myself as a man in the know.
Lord Stronghart, perhaps?
Oh no, the guy whose voice is kind of similar to Van Zeiks. Shoot.
I was going to say Gregson, but, you know.
Correct.
Oh.
All right, I've got my coat. Well, I must be leaving now.
Yes, understood. See you later, Mr. Sholmes.
I've got, there's a chandelier with my name on it that I have to hang from. Ha! You really are a shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellow.
What?
You seek to put me off my guard and follow me, don't you? Well, you'd be wasting your time.
The thought hadn't crossed my mind. But now I'm wondering where you're going.
Well then, see you later indeed.
I think
You
he's been on
dirty
the.
stalker.
I think he's been on the funny pills again this morning.
I think he's been on the opiates.
The opiates.
Listen to him. He's still laughing on his way out of the door.
What? What?
Gun!
What? What is the outfit?
I mean, I like the coat. It's the headpiece.
Yeah, it's like
She's got Mickey Mouse
because it's a
ears.
mouse.
Like,
Her
one
whole
of those.
her whole thing is like a mouse, though, isn't it? I suppose she's got like the little plushie. Yeah, because like Sholmes is a bunny and she's a mouse. She's got the little plushies on her.
Yes,
on her,
of course.
the little
of
charms
course.
on her bag
Yeah.
work.
All right then, Runo. Let's get going.
And of course, the little heart between the goggles, like a little mouse nose.
Yeah.
Oh, Iris, what are you wearing?
If you're trying to look discreet, I'm afraid you may
You might have failed that.
you may not
assignment.
blend with anything.
I don't think you read the assignment brief.
I've got changed to go to the. Excuse me. I've got changed to go to the Great Exhibition. You're going to take me.
And I'm wearing purple, so everybody knows that I'm rich and a noble.
And plus, it's my voice actress's favourite colour. So it's a good choice.
But I was just about to go to the Supreme Court.
Well, not anymore, Sonny.
Change of plan.
Gun.
Oh! Well, that
No,
sounds fun. Whoa, Iris.
Not anymore.
Oh, well, that sounds fun too. You're going to take me there then.
She points the
Is
cat
the
flapping
pointing
at
of the
it.
gun really necessary?
Yes, because you're going to take me.
All right,
Now.
fine. Just lower that weapon, would you?
Oh, sorry. Of course. And after the Supreme Court, then we'll go see the Great Exhibition.
Oh no, it's all closed. Darn. Right, and that's that then. Oh, Lord Chief Justice's office. Oh, let's do Stronghart. I don't like doing Stronghart because I always feel like his voice is rubbish.
our certain someone in the know with the little tip-off. They said it was an office. Is it this office?
Is it this office?
'Cause
Yes.
yeah. We've had a little bird tell us about presenting the armband in an office.
About presenting all sorts of things. Basically,
Yes.
like inspecting everything. But we've
Yes.
inspected this before, so I don't know if it. I don't
Well,
know.
not
But it
again.
is an office, though. We'll see.
Yeah.
We're in the Lord Chief Justice's office.
It's been about 6 months now since I was last here. But some things never change, like the sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place.
No.
Make yourself at home, Iris? It doesn't seem to be bothering Iris at all, though. She's happily breeding over there.
Oh, don't mind me.
Nope.
Oh, I love this place. I always find so many interesting books here.
Do you think she's not got a strong heart wrapped around her little finger as well, has she?
Oh, Strongsy. Would you like some tea?
Of course, I was forgetting that you've been here before.
It's been brewed at precisely 5 minutes and 2 seconds, just as you like it. I know you're a
Perfect.
stickler for time.
Exactly what I enjoy.
The time we came here 6 months ago. When Susato-san was given the news that she was to return to Japan.
Ah, I understand you wish to speak with me.
Nope, there he is.
Once again, the voice is different, but whatever.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Oh! Lord Stronghart! I trust you've been keeping well?
Let's see. Since you arrived and requested an audience, it's been 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 26 seconds. I have kept you waiting a while. My apologies.
Oh, no, not at all. I like nothing more than standing around, staring into space.
I see.
Oh,
You're a
sarcasm.
smart. Yes. Ah, good to know.
Good to know that it doesn't appear to bother him at all.
Yes.
Male Stronghart, Lord Chief Justice of London and possessor of 1,000 voices. He's a man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived in Britain as a student.
1,000 voices that are so subtly different that you'd be forgiven for thinking they were the same one.
I've just noticed that the little things coming down from his neckerchief look like clock hands.
Clock hands.
Yeah.
You need only savor the air for a moment in this grand office to understand that his preeminent status. Status?
We tend to say status, I think.
As you
I
are,
don't think it matters.
as you will be aware, the Great Exhibition of London is now underway at last. We're extremely busy as a result. That sounded weird. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding new technologies, dealing with petty crime. And furthermore, as of next month, we shall open the International Forensic Science Symposium.
Oh, I've not heard about that.
Investigating authorities from 40 countries around the globe will be taking part, including from your own land. Forensic science is the future! The world must embrace it!
Oh, finally, Hurley's work can be finally recognised, and then Lord
But
Van
not that.
Zeiks won't lap us out of court.
Except, apart from his, because his work is blacklisted.
Oh.
As we're the hosting nation, I have much to do.
Does that include mine as well? I hope not. I went through your
I'm sorry, but I have
anymore.
no idea who you are, little girl.
Yeah.
Please
Oh,
note
that's
that all
nice.
entrants must be at least 38 years old.
Oh, I am. I just look like a 10-year-old.
I am unsurprised. I'm a
Dear.
I'm 1,000. I'm a little baby Google.
How old do you think she is?
I'm 1,000.
Nope.
Nope.
As we're the hosting nation, I have much to do. And it is my highest priority. If others must wait for my attention as a result, so be it.
Well, it's nice to know where I stand.
So, you wish to consult with me? Of course, I can very well imagine what this is about.
Thank you for agreeing to this meeting, my lord. I want to be allowed to start working as a defense lawyer again in court. That's what brought me here today. But actually, there's something else playing on my mind, as it happens.
Bruno, just take a deep breath and come out with it.
Gun. It's just in there.
Gun.
Present the armband.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
By the way, Lord Stronghart, about this.
The symbol of a defense lawyer in the Japanese judiciary? Judiciary? I forget.
Judiciary.
Judiciary.
We've done this a million times, and I always forget. Judiciary.
Oh, I didn't expect you'd know that.
We never accept foreign students before first researching the legal systems of their home countries. But such trinkets are merely for show. The only true measure of your worth is your performance in court.
Yes, right. Well, in that case, I'm 4 for 4. 5 for 5? Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this?
The reports of the overwhelming success of the Great Exhibition? Of course.
No, not that. The story on the back page.
What story? What story? The Reaper attacked. Ah, that. You've enjoyed some victories in court against my #1 prosecutor, have you not?
Actually, all of them, but...
Poor Mr. Reaper. What happened to him?
You don't need to feel sorry for that racist.
Yeah.
Oh.
He wasn't killed, was he?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I certainly hope not.
Only a stake to the heart would kill that man. For some
Oh,
reason.
God.
They can only kill me with a golden bullet. That's a Lawrence of Arabia reference.
There's no need for concern. Lord Van Zeiks would not be so easily dispatched, I assure you. Or am I not called Van Helsing? And I have not been able to kill him yet, but whatever.
Can you tell us what happened? I'd really love to know.
I made a really shitty joke. Got
What?
Oh, darling.
Very well.
You're
If it-
covered in sticky, gooey disgrace.
No, let's not. No.
And the thing is,
If you really, really want to know that reference,
then wait until next Saturday. Because that's when you will know. And you will wish that you didn't know.
yes.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that we reversed the time.
Yeah. Very well, if it interests you.
It does, strangely.
Doopy-doopy-doo. I guess we will converse.
Yes.
Permission to work.
I actually came here today to ask for your permission.
Go on.
6 months ago, my right to work in court as a lawyer was revoked, and I was told to spend my time studying. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened, but the thing is...
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
I was literally imagining him. I was like, that's why I did the little hum, because I was imagining him, like, in his head, he's just like going tick-tock, tick-tock, and then immediately starts playing with his watch.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It made me understand what it really means to defend somebody under the rules of a foreign justice system. And I desperately want to have another go. Please, permit me to enter the courtroom again.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Can you repeat that?
Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes? Oh, here it comes.
clear off. I'm sure you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? At best, you are a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role.
Ooh,
Oh, well, that's true.
that was a kick in the gonads, no mistake.
The Japanese government actually sent my best friend on this study tour, not me. It should have been Kazuma. He was so determined to bring change to our own justice system at home. That was his calling.
You do realize that I am on quite a strict schedule, don't you? I'd rather if you didn't just stare off into space when I say things to you.
But it's my favorite thing to do.
Hello?
Anyone in?
like-
If that...
Are you there? Oh, God.
If that tragic accident hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here in this office now.
Mr.
Mr.
Oh,
Asogi
wrong one.
was my best friend, you see.
Not yours, mine.
Not yours, mine. Sorry.
That's why I can't leave it unfinished. I have to I think it's missing an L in fulfill.
No,
I
it's
have to
not.
fulfill his calling for him.
Maybe it's a British spelling. His calling, you say? Has it never occurred to you that perhaps you know nothing of his true calling?
Sorry?
The mission with which that young law student was charged. What do you suppose it really was? Van Zeiks
What?
coming through.
What do you mean? Mission? He's not making any sense. Sounds like intrigue is afoot.
Should I give away these secrets, these secretive special secrets, or should I keep my mouth shut? Never mind.
Duh.
I've read all the reports you've submitted over the past 6 months. It's clear to me that you regret your actions and have been studiously obeying your revised instructions. Obeying your revised instructions.
Do you mean?
No. I'm actually dangling the carrot, then I'm going to withdraw it. The smooth
used
carrot.
carrot?
Oh, no.
As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain.
Ah, there we go.
Thank you! Thank you so much!
That's wonderful news, Runo.
Just in time for this brand new case.
Oh, not so good.
In 10 minutes.
Oh no, not again! Not
I
again!
was just kidding. Oh, dear me.
But the game was not.
In fact, I believe I have the perfect case to mark your comeback.
So I don't want to distract too much, but it still bothers me to this day that the gear assembly on the right, none of those should be turning.
Yeah,
None of them are connected to anything.
Yeah.
Like, at all. There is no reason for any of that to be moving.
Oh, even the ones on the left, only like 2 of them are actually connected, though, right?
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Oh no, two pairs. Sorry.
The ones on the left is actually feasible. Except the ones on the far left are not, because those teeth should not go against that thing. It's like, really? You couldn't have spent 5 minutes seeing like, oh, no, this doesn't look right.
But Taylor, it's the rule of cool. If it looks cool, then it is appropriate, yeah?
I don't like how they're making Large Ben historically inaccurate.
Large Ben.
large Benjamin.
Large Billy.
In fact, I believe I have the perfect case to mark your comeback. A curious affair. You'll consider it, I hope.
Of course! Please, tell me more!
Oh, I don't have time.
Oh, look, the meeting's over.
The meeting's
Have a good
over. I'm afraid
day.
to see you in court in 5 minutes.
You'll figure it out. You described it as a curious affair?
Yes, that's right. I believe it was reported in the press. Are you aware that there was a serious accident at the Great Exhibition yesterday?
Oh, no.
Yes, I've read about it. A professor from Germany tried to carry out a crazy experiment. Let me see. How is it described? Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, I think.
Instantaneous kinesis? As in moving things with the click of the fingers?
That's right. It's just what my herbal blend needs. A dash of devil-may-care.
Whatever this serious accident was exactly, it's clearly captured Iris's imagination.
It's an unfortunate business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation stage, and a man lost his life. A certain Mr. Odie Asman. It's like the
Wow.
Asians.
Mr. Odie Asman.
Odie
Okay, what's the pun?
Odious man.
Odious man?
Odious
Odie
man.
as man? Odie as man. Odie from Garfield as a man.
Well,
It's I guess
Or
it's
he's-
odious man.
like I say, or he's
man.
odious, as in he smells.
Yeah, odious man,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
as in nasty, unpleasant.
Yeah, I guess. An investigator and a well-known figure.
Investor.
Shut it. An investigator.
Professor Edgeworth!
Shut up.
An You derailed me entirely.
Got him!
An investor and a well-known figure in society.
A large explosion?
That's what I said. Did I stutter?
A man died?
I wish I'd been there to see it.
And the man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert. I know it's Hairbrain. I'm just like, Albert Hairbrain. He was detained.
That one's slightly more obvious.
He was detained immediately after the incident and is due to appear in court tomorrow. On the charge of murder.
What? Murder?
If you intend to take on his defense, you should hurry to meet with him at the prison. There is very little time left for you to carry out any kind of investigation. Just how you like it, I might add.
The Great Exhibition. A scientific experiment gone wrong. And murder. I feel out of my depth before I've even started. Still.
At least I've got my old job back.
Yeah. We should go to the prisons.
We should go to the pigeon.
The pigeon.
The
Yes,
prison.
the prison.
We should go to the prison straight away then, and try to meet with this German professor. Don't you think?
Definitely.
Good. Right, let's go.
Ah, yes. One more thing about the case.
Oh no.
There is a connection with our mutual acquaintance, the Reaper. Sorry, I felt I had to copy him.
Oh, Lord Van Zeiks. How?
I'll
find-
explain later.
Let's see, we'll find out about that after this quick break with the Forensic Science Symposium dialogue tree. All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Exhibition. And next month, the largest and most important of them all will take place at last. The International Forensic Science Symposium.
It does seem as though criminal investigation needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it?
Sholmes is like, yes.
And then Greg's is like, over my dead body!
Exactly.
I rely on my gut, not some namby-pamby fancy pie in the sky science.
Science?
Oh, Gregsy, you know your stomach is not reliable. You eat far too much grease from those fish and chips. I think it's just trapped wind at this point.
Oof.
Here you go. Here's some herbal tea. It's got a little bit of ginger in. That'll help settle your stomach.
Here's some deflating.
Deflatey.
Oh my god. London.
That's not a joke, by the way.
No.
That is an actual medicine that exists in the UK because someone decided that deflating was the thing to name anti-gas medication.
I mean,
it does what it says on the box.
It does kind of like it does what it implies.
Yeah.
So yeah. London, the global epicenter of culture, science, and wealth, now has a population. What?
Brexit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a little bit before that. Now has a
few years.
population exceeding 6 million. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So it's imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible.
Which is what's known as forensic science, isn't it?
Exactly! The future of policing!
Oh my goodness!
Like Sasato's in the room with us.
Shut up.
Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods, especially those fools down at Scottish Yard, who've all got their heads stuck in the ground.
I'll have you, no sonny Jim. I'm very, very good at my job.
Oh
Astounding.
dear. Oh dear. That's alarming.
Hurley, when did you get here?
Exactly! It's extremely alarming.
So alarming that the pigeons keep flying in the same direction. They just fly once around the building and then fly back in the other
They're just
direction.
going round in circles.
Yeah.
If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you can be sure the numbers of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different to the current figures. And I can cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim.
Wow.
Sorry?
By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I shall detail every one now.
No.
What?
No. How fascinating.
1. It all began 15 years ago. I was... and then the squirrel. We picked them up and we swung it. And then the money bag fell onto the floor and exploded with...
Now pay attention because there will be a test and this will determine if you're allowed to
That's it.
And that's why they don't allow me in the slug and salad anymore.
And this extremely important point right here. And that more or less... my voice wavered.
Wow.
And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter. In the simplest of terms, of course. Essentially, to formally establish a forensic investigation division within Scottish Yard, that is... Oh, to establish it within Scottish Yard. That is my mission.
Oh, right. Yes, that's wonderful.
Yada yada.
He should have had the all-night mask on.
Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be. Again, turning into
I'm
Van
sorry, I
Zeiks
wasn't
again.
listening.
Iris isn't paying attention at all. She's got her nose in another book now.
Oh dear, Ryunosuke sounds like he's lost the will to live.
Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful?
Not in the slightest.
Oh, Okay.
I actually drifted off for the most part. I want you to know I can hear you. He's surprisingly ardent about forensic science.
Van Zeiks' condition. Fortunately, Lord Van Zeiks emerged from the attack unscathed. Street ruffians are no match for that man. He's a very capable fighter.
But that's incredible! They were armed with guns!
Guns
This
are
is
not enough.
anime, my dear fellow. You simply... Well, first, they take about 5 minutes to load and fire. And then secondly, it's anime. He simply watched the path of the bullets and moved out of the way.
You must remember, dear child, it is impossible to kill a vampire with anything other than a stake to the heart.
He
Or,
also has a
sunlight.
He also has a stand as well.
This...
to prop him up. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I was just being mean.
His stand name is Pray Forgive the Discourtesy.
Pray forgive.
Pray forgive, yeah.
Pray Forgive.
And the attack is called discourtesy. Or the discourtesy. I don't know.
Pray Forgive the Discourtesy!
Zod!
Why was he attacked, though?
See, now you're
Do we
making me
know?
think of that clip that's like the guy doing the Japanese audition. It is specifically, it was like a Japanese studio wanting like English to use English words to describe an attack, and it's like the attack's called like Earth Blaster, but like with the accent, it comes out as like Earth Blaster. We can't use that. We can't use that. Why? It sounds amazing. Earth Blaster. I love the arse. The arse is everything.
Is my everything.
I will. Yes, I will. I'm not just being racist. I'm literally quoting the thing.
I want to give you
It's
the
funny.
ass! 完璧じゃないか。
I'm not. You stop it. You stop that.
Now, boys.
I'm directly quoting it.
Yeah, it is. It's...
I believe you. I believe you.
Just trying to make me out to be racist. I don't like
No, I'm not. I am not.
now, boys.
me.
Let's not fall out.
Why was he attacked, though? Do we know?
Sounds a little bit like slander. It's related to the events that occurred a month ago. A leader of one of the capital criminal organizations was indicted. For God's sake.
Indicted.
I was going to say indicted, and I'm like, but wait a minute, is that what it is? Is it that, and it's actually indicted? I just keep going back, and you know what I mean? It's like every time I waver, and it turns out it's the other thing.
Oops.
Right, so indicted. A leader of one of
You can't load a safety save
I
for real life to
pressed
repronounce
the button by mistake. For God's sake. A leader of one of the capital criminal
Capital criminal.
Oh, yes. I can feel my friend Kazuma's presence now.
Yay. Well, I'm less.
A few moments later.
A leader of one of the capital's criminal organizations was indicted and prosecuted by Van
You
Zeiks.
sounded like you were choking on some water there.
I was, yeah. It's like I was literally in the middle of taking a sip, and then it's like a few moments later, it's like,
All over the mic.
But the man was acquitted. I've no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes.
acquitted.
I didn't say acquitted.
No,
God damn it!
I was trying to see if I could get you to think I pronounced it right.
You go flip yourself.
Oh, flip off!
Flip
Large
off, your mother
sums of
flip
money.
It makes me feel. What's the clip? It's like, if you keep on, I'm going to get very aggressive and I'm going to start swearing. Go flip
This is
off,
funny.
you mother flip.
This is some kind of mother flipping joke.
A deplorable situation. Members of the jury were bribed, it seems.
I wonder if it was the same 5.
However, despite winning his freedom, the man in question met a dramatic end yesterday.
Uh-oh.
But you're not suggesting that was the work of the Reaper, surely?
Surely. The victim's henchmen certainly seem to think so. He was a man by the name of, for God's sake, Asman.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, okay,
I know.
odious man, yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
it's odious is like deeply unpleasant.
Yeah, Asman. So, wait, Odi Asman. So, Odi Asman. I'm going to say Asman, so I'm not saying Assman. It's just by the name of Assman. Super.
Quick, to the Assmobile!
That's it. Let's not talk about his superpower.
And let's not talk about his lieutenant, Big Breastman.
No, it's Boop Pillowman.
Boop Pillowman!
Anyway, he was a man by the name of Asman. Mr. Odi Asman.
Did you say Asman?
No, I said Asman, not Assman.
I'm more of a breast man myself.
For God's sake.
That's the man who died in the big explosion at the Great Exhibition.
Yes, known publicly as an investor, but in reality, that was Van Zeiks again. Known publicly as an investor, but in reality, the head of a significant criminal organization.
I mean, we've never seen Van Zeiks and Stronghart in the same room, or in the room at the same time, so.
Oh, dear.
Unbelievable.
Just hit my mic, sorry.
Oopsie.
I wonder, could I ask you something, Lord Stronghart?
No. Try me. You have 3 seconds.
Why do you use Lord Van Zeiks as a prosecutor?
Your time has passed. I'm sorry. I didn't.
I'm sorry when
I didn't catch all the question, and I don't like to talk about why I use Van Zeiks.
All the criminals who managed to
Well.
get off in court,
It's like-
then meet with mysterious ends outside the courtroom.
If I need your body, I'll. There we go. Press the button.
They love it when he puts his boot on them. He puts them to the boot.
Listen, I understand that who managed to get off in court. I just feel like you could phrase that differently.
Well, there was that one guy who wanted to be put under somebody's heel, wasn't there? There was that one
It was juror number 3 and 2.
Oh yeah, which is yeah.
But
But they had to
change it so that it wasn't about Van Zeiks' heel.
Van Zeiks, yeah.
So originally, the juror number 2 was supposed to say her shoes were killing her, but then it got changed to her hat didn't sit right because I think like Van Zeiks is when he stomps on the desk was called something specifically, and she called it the same thing, and it was kind of the mix-up thinking that he liked him to step on him. So it was changed so that a hat wouldn't sit right.
Heaven forbid that a guy might want another guy to step on him instead of a woman.
Yeah,
I know.
Now, if this was
is why
Dang
we
and
like
Rampa, they wouldn't hesitate to talk about
No,
stepping on
that's
someone.
not the problem. I'm just saying that, like, they're obviously like, it can't implicate that it might be a man and a man.
No,
Oh, yes.
God forbid.
Heaven forbid.
Heavens forfend.
But yeah, this is why we like the comments, because we get little nifty tidbits like this.
little helpful nuggets.
Or the fact that Shamspeare's original name was Pretensy, which I actually like better than Shamspeare.
Yeah.
We should probably hit A. All the criminals who managed to get off in court then meet with mysterious ends outside the courtroom. And fearful of that fate, they seek to strike at Lord Van Zeiks first. I know there's no evidence that he actually is the Reaper in that sense, but still. I mean, he should probably consider not taking the Grim Reaper off of the bottle if he wants to change his reputation. But something's clearly going on
Or
here.
perhaps just altering his flipping appearance just a little bit to not, like, give off the freaking, death vibes, vampiric vibes.
I know what he needed to do. He needed to transform into a bat. Then he'd be able to fly above London and no one will get it. Bat.
Human form. I have Van Zeiks' work for the prosecution service. I have Van Zeiks' work for the prosecution service for 2 reasons. Firstly, the man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none.
Then why have I beaten him every time?
And because he's the only prosecutor in the capital. And I don't know if you know this, but you're actually a defense attorney, not a prosecutor. So, he's the best of the best. He just happens to be, not as good as you. Sorry. Unfortunately. And secondly, any deaths of criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following his trials are nothing to do with him.
But that doesn't make sense! How can you explain the way so many have died if not by someone's hand?
It's called coincidence. Have you never heard of it?
There is no such thing as a coincidence.
Van Zeiks may have earned himself the moniker of the Reaper, but he is no killer. So he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the Crown. Is that noise? I thought, sorry, I heard like a... I thought there was like, is there like a thing is coming in on the game, like one of those airships or something, and he's like, but I must be off, so sorry.
No, it might have been a very loud truck going past.
Apologies.
Yeah, so I think it was just background noise in real life.
No worries. It's like, ooh, what's this?
I mean, I've got the booth, but it's not completely impenetrable.
It's better than our situation.
Yes.
Unless he wishes otherwise, of course. Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement. The airship has arrived. I'm already 11 hours and 16 minutes late.
Whoa!
My colleagues may be starting to fidget.
That was a long meeting.
That was a long explanation of the 7,000 rules or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Iris will be very upset that the exhibition's over.
Yeah.
11 hours late? That's quite something.
That meeting had already started when I arrived back here for this engagement with you. So lateness was inevitable. Time stops for no man, not even me.
I'm sure it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments and 223 reasons.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, yes! Where would I find Lord Van Zeiks now?
Probably sleeping. It's the middle of the night.
I would assume he's at his office.
Oh.
And then it's like, and then we get there and it's like, well, you have to do it next time.
I mean, you joke, but it's close.
I would assume he's at his office.
Right, I'll go and ask him about the attack in person. I want to get this straight from the horse's mouth.
And then we get to hear how similar his voice is. Away with you now. I'm leaving I'm leaving Professor Edgeworth's
I love that you did it in reverse! The professor becomes prosecutor.
We were literally talking about Van Zeiks. We were literally talking about Van Zeiks. Hiya.
Hiya.
Away with you now. I'm leaving Professor Hairbrain's defense entirely in your hands. In your hands.
And I'll see if I can learn the difference between professor and prosecutor before we meet again.
And then he quickly runs around the corner and quickly throws off his coat, and it's Van Zeiks.
Hello, Mr. Nara.
Hello, Mr. Hello, Mr. Nara. Hello.
Of course, yes. Thank you very much, my lord.
Goodbye now.
Now sod off.
Leave.
Right.
I'll bugger off.
Alrighty. So I'm presuming that the office that they meant was actually probably this
The
office.
professor's office.
To the private professor's office.
Let's see. Oh, let's see how fat. Oh.
Oh, very flesh.
Oh,
my
Is
gosh.
that a portrait of himself?
I don't know.
know,
It wouldn't be
actually.
super
Can't see
unexpected.
his
I like
face.
the bottles on top of the cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's his supply of replacement chalices.
Yep.
Ooh, so this is the legendary Reaper's office.
That was Sarah
My
doing the
secretary-
not Iris there. that was Sarah.
My
Ooh.
secretary is so fired. Why would you let these
My
people into my
secretary.
office?
My secretary is fired.
Yes, it appears so.
Ooh, it sends a chill down your spine, doesn't it? What an amazingly deathly atmosphere.
And then the camera pans across and there's a literal coffin.
Yeah. He just rises out.
Full
of
on,
it.
full on casket. Who dares enter my domain?
Who dares enter the domain
Oh.
of...
That hooded figure was so still I hadn't noticed his or her presence. I wonder who it is.
I mean, I suppose it could be anybody. So I guess the question is, who is this at the moment? I mean, I want to say it's Van Zeiks, but I don't know.
I mean, it could
Who
be.
dares enter the office of Professor Barak Van Zeiks?
Because we don't know, because the color of the
might have had an outfit
arms,
change.
Maybe. What are you doing here?
Ah!
Oh, there he is. Yep.
He's as unwelcoming as I thought he'd be. Actually, maybe even more so. Oh, I'm glad to see you're well.
I am. That's it. I am. Now go away.
It's like when I ask Pete how he's doing. It's like, oh, hey, Pete, you doing well?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, same time next week.
So, who's the person over by the wall being punished for something or other?
No punishment is taking place here.
Oh.
That's my apprentice, and he's sitting there of his own free will.
I didn't know you had an apprentice.
You never asked. And it isn't really important that you know, is it?
It must be the same person who was pictured in the newspaper.
Is it just me, or is like just the way that writing is over the paper like that just makes it really hard to read the words in the text box there?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the phrase is that? I know it's blue, but it's like... He's very able in combat. A requisite skill for anyone under my tutelage. Tutelage? I think it's tutelage, but I wondered if he'd say under my tutelage.
Tutelage. Are you referring to the attack on the Reaper that was reported in the papers?
I hate that name.
Why are you referring to me in the third person?
The Reaper. I'd be interested to know the Reaper's true identity myself. Assuming, that is, such a fabled friend. Fiend. I misspoke. He's not a friend at all. Assuming, that is, such a fabled fiend genuinely inhabits our great courtroom.
A fabled friend to the great Professor Van Zeiks.
For God's sake.
God.
Oh, no!
I know.
Okay, we gotta look around the office.
sorry.
We got. Wait, no. I'll present the armband.
Okay.
Or at least do that
Okay.
before we run out of time.
I know you've seen this around my arm before, but
What is it exactly?
it's the mark of a defense lawyer. In Japan, at least.
That trivial piece of cloth, that worthless ribbon, trinket. And what's your reason for showing it to a British prosecutor?
Oh, well, the comment said to. I don't know, really.
Somebody asked very nicely. I can understand at least. At least. There's merit in reminding yourself of who helped you become what you are today.
Oh,
But that's a personal matter. Something you may want to keep close at all times. Not something to flaunt. And then he keeps holding the badge on his chest.
Yeah.
no, I suppose not. Thank you for understanding, though.
Inspirational.
Ah,
roots.
oh, they wanted us to get an
Oh, got
achievable. That was the reason. All right, now let's examine stuff.
Thank you, commenter.
Yes.
And I'm pressing the button to reveal all the things to investigate, like
it was Doodle Squish.
like Danganronpa, and it doesn't work in Danganronpa. It's not. This isn't
Thank you, Doodle
Danganronpa.
Squish.
Thank you, Doodle Squish.
Look at that fine collection of hallowed chalices and bottles neatly lined up there.
Pray, keep away and do not touch my hallowed
Only
chalices.
I can break those.
My hallowed bottles are filled with the essence of the finest grapes from the finest vineyards I visit.
I mean my victims. That I
And,
bleed dry.
And I personally oversee these chalices being made by the finest crystal craftsmen in the world.
Oh, that is deeply wounding. Every time Van
he
Zeeks
just
smashes
smashes
a
them.
glass, an artisan dies.
Oh, God. It's not like a Peter Pan fairy. It's like, I don't believe in fairies. Ah!
Their soul dies.
And yet you throw them around in court like they were worthless.
Because they are. Yes. Because this imbecile is so unimaginably and repeatedly wide of the mark sometimes.
And yet, 5-0.
Shut up.
Oh!
Before you open your mouth next time, you should consider the poor artisans whose work you defile.
I feel like you might be projecting a little bit. So, it's my fault? Silly me. How could I have ever thought otherwise?
I detect sarcasm.
Lord Van Zeiks,
No,
have you ever
no.
considered anger management? I think you need it.
Lord Van Zeiks' desk. Look, it's so stylish.
No, I clicked on the chess set.
And that's a marble chess set beside it.
Okay, if only I'd advanced the text.
Chess. That's the Western version of our Japanese shogi game, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, I'm actually quite good at shogi problems.
Oh, really? You'd probably like chess problems in that case.
I'd love to challenge Lord Van Zeiks sometime. To a bout of shogi problems.
What on earth is shogi?
If you only really want to challenge yourself, you can always do that on your own time, at home.
But I want to play chess, but we have chess at home. Chess at home.
All right, let's see the portrait.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it...
Let
That
out.
portrait really dominates the room, doesn't it?
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
There it is.
Wow.
Oh,
yes, it's a
picture of my favorite person.
Me.
Is it though?
Or maybe it's his
It's a
brother.
very
or something.
majestic outfit and pose. But sadly...
He's giving you the come
Oh,
to
yeah,
bed
it might
eyes,
have been,
though,
because
innit?
maybe it was his brother's badge. That's why he wears the badge and epaulets.
Ah, yes.
Jesus, he's got a smouldering look.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's
Bloody
he's giving you the
hell.
come to bed eyes, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Right, oh my
I'm
God.
there, baby. I'm there.
Dude, Sarah, calm yourself.
Sarah has experienced
Sarah,
neuron activation.
You are a married woman.
Look, you can look, but you can't touch. Okay.
My goodness.
Oh, dear.
Oh, there we go.
Whoever painted it didn't do a very good job of capturing Lord Van Zeiks' facial features.
I can hear you. It's not me, you imbecile.
Yes, you're right. I mean, it's not far off, but the artist has exaggerated the subject's handsomeness, I think.
I see.
Ouch.
Somebody
Big
has
oof.
somebody has a death wish.
Ah, that reminds me. I heard Emperor Napoleon of France ordered artists to make him look more attractive when they painted him, and taller.
How vain. That's really not an attractive quality in a person, is it?
No, not really.
That portrait does not depict me. Surely that's immediately obvious.
Aww.
Oh, then who is it?
I mean, you're still very handsome, Lord Van Zeiks. You're selling yourself short, mate.
And also a racist.
Did he,
I mean-
did we miss the last line?
Nope.
No,
I thought
he
said
didn't.
something
He
else.
didn't say.
No,
he
he
just
said
got angry.
Taylor. No, he said nothing. That wasn't me.
Ah.
Ooh, look! It's a scale model of the Great Exhibition Showground.
That's amazing. I wonder why it's here.
And I
But
sup-
why is it
Would you
here?
mind not touching that? I made it out of Lego, and it took me
Lego.
a week
I
to build.
made it out of matchsticks.
I was just saying
and-
matchsticks. Yes.
Matchsticks and napkins.
Papier-mâché.
Papier-mâché. But why is it here? That is a good question, for I'm afraid you are out of time.
Yeah.
You're going to have to leave my office for a week.
Get out.
Get out!
Yes, unfortunately, as much fun as we are having, we are unfortunately, as Lord Van Zeiks
Thank
says,
you.
out of time. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching once again. If you do like what we do, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, ring that bell. You'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday. And don't forget, if you like to, just drop a comment down below.
If you like this frivolous nonsense, that is, yes.
Oh, you love it, really. And until next
And
time, we'll see you again. Sorry.
Taylor,
I was waiting for Pete to say something.
get on with it, Taylor.
And remember, every time you say something foolish, an artisan's hopes die.